Hello and welcome to some quick hit questions. Hit the music, Shelby. The guy I've been dating introduced me as his girlfriend. Does that make it official? I would say so, but I think you should agree to that too. So go with it. If you want to be his girlfriend, now you call him your boyfriend. There it is. No talk needed. How did you and your girlfriend meet? At a comedy show, she approached me. That's right, ladies. Strong, independent woman. How do you hold people accountable, work setting, to your expectations without being a D? I would say you set the standard, and if they don't meet it, you have to have a talk. I think setting the standard. I think some people communicate their standard first, and then I think a lot of people, the problem they have is they warn people instead of letting them disappoint and then saying, here's where I felt like you lacked. So especially in a relationship setting, they go, do you love me? Do you want to be my boyfriend? Do you want to be my girlfriend? They go, and the person goes, yeah, sure, because as humans want to avoid conflict. And then they get disappointed later on. And they go, well, you told me, and of course they told you. So why don't you ask for the thing you want? Hey, I'd like a date. If we don't do a date, I just want to go out for dinner. A week later, hey, you still haven't done the dinner. I asked for it. You didn't do it. Now you've not met my standards. And then now you have proof. Now you have accountability. What's your favorite flavors of Enlightened? I love the peanut butter cookie dough swirl pop. What's your ideal charcuterie board? I'll let you know when I see it. Should I leave my boyfriend for a guy who just got out of a relationship but treats me better? You should leave your boyfriend first. That's the only thing I'll say. You should leave your boyfriend, but you shouldn't leave your boyfriend for just to jump to the next lily pad that might be better. You should leave your boyfriend because right now you've decided you're not happy enough and someone else treats you better. I'm not saying the next guy is going to be your boyfriend, but you shouldn't leave one boyfriend for the next boyfriend. You should leave this boyfriend for singledom, and then you make decisions. Can't wait to see if we get friend is still friends with my ex. Won't acknowledge that he was a dick. Ditch her, call her out. So your friend is still friends with your ex. I would talk to your friend. Hey, I'm trying to get away from my ex. I understand you guys are friendly, but I'd appreciate it if you kind of were a little bit aware of the space I'm trying to create. Because they can be friends, but I don't think you want it flaunted in your face is what you're saying. And maybe your boyfriend was a dick to you, but your boyfriend, a dick, everyone is dating someone else's dickhead. So I don't know the situation between them, but I would say you go to your friend, you go, we are broken up and I'm trying to create space. Can you make sure to understand that the next time you guys hang out, or if you're going to just know that I am a friend of yours and it hurts me to see it. So give me some time. How many times did you move around the freezer until Jess figured it out? It was about 6. If we move in together, will he still want to get married? Milk and cow story. I think moving in together, the whole milk cow thing, I don't know who started that and how they haven't been canceled. You're going to buy the cow. If they're going to get the milk, you better buy the cow. And it's like, that kind of is an older thing that I can't believe is just okay with the woke culture. But I'll say to you, move in because that's the next step in the relationship. That's what lets you know, and more assured in your partner and whether the dynamic works on that level. Because I think moving in, and something I've learned with my girlfriend, there's a lot of practical things. There's a lot of talking things out. There's a lot of learning how the other person operates. Today, listen, I'll give myself a pat on the back. Today, she said, can you turn the AC on in the room because she was in the bed? Of course, I'll do you the favor. Went and turned on the AC, and then I saw the water bottle was far from her. Brought her over the water bottle. That's right, I'm a hero. But I knew she would want the water bottle just from living together. I wouldn't know that unless we were, just bumping uglies, meeting up in the center of Manhattan at some night. Is being unavailable and less eager really the best way to attract guys? No, that's not the best way. The best way is to know what you want and be ready to leave people who don't give you that. Can you get a guy who mostly wants sex to take you more seriously or at least be friends? Friends will never work. He doesn't want to be your friend. You don't want him to be your friend. Don't lie to yourself. What you do is you say, hey, I would think of what you want from them. Not a friendship, not some sort of fake title. You said, guy who mostly wants sex. You want sex too, I would assume, hopefully, in this situation. What I would say to you is, what else do you want? You want him to treat you like it's a relationship. Okay, in your mind, what would a dream relationship include? What would the next step in your dream scenario include? Ask for that. And he either does it or he doesn't. And now you have to hear the answer. Are your parents more like the Seinfelds or the Costanzas? Way more like the Costanzas. There is no question. They're as loud and screamy as them and I am right now. If life was served on a charcuterie board, what would it be made of? The board would be granite, because I'm a fancy piece of shit. My boyfriend's ex stayed over at his house last night in the guest room. She wants to fuck him, yeah? I mean, I don't know. I would talk to your boyfriend. The ex isn't your problem. The boyfriend's your problem. You feel badly that an ex and him are on the level for her to come sleep at his place. Hey, I have a problem with this. It hits me a certain way. What do you think? Make me feel better. And if you can't, you got to move on. Boyfriend thinks partners should say, I love you for the first time together. Thoughts? No, I don't believe in that. I think that's, what do you guys, if that's the case, that's like saying you have to go to bed at the same time. You have two different people, two different feelings, two different priorities, two different, anxieties, and it's about fitting those. It's not making them the same. It's two puzzle pieces. Two puzzle pieces aren't shaped the same way. They're shaped differently to snap into one another. What song are you playing on repeat these days? WAP. Wet ass pussy. Thoughts on Sunday weddings? I'm okay with a Sunday wedding. I think it's nice. I think because a wedding is so far in advance, you have time to plan for such a wedding. I think a Sunday wedding is nice because then you can come on Saturday and now you don't have to like rush out of work. It's a little bit, I think a Sunday wedding is okay by me. Said I love you a month or so ago, but they didn't say it back. Do I say again when I want to or wait? No, own your feelings. You said I love you. If you love this person, you love them. They will get to you or they won't. I feel like I have no power after being breadcrumbed. It sucks. I can't drink. So I don't know what the meaning of that is, but the whole power in a breadcrumbing situation, if you're feeling powerless in a relationship, then that is not a relationship. That is you hoping that they'll change at a certain point so that the dynamic will change. It won't. Let's do guy. Guy had problems with committing. Will this ever change? No. He had problems with committing to you. He had problems with committing to the match. I don't think things change unless you change. If you want commitment, you have to say, okay, if you can't give that to me, I have to move on. Let them live without you. And then they see how much they care about the commitment from you. My friend's parents, who is married dad, slipped me his number behind their backs. My parents' friend, who is married, slipped me his number behind their backs. Tell them. Yeah, that's uncomfortable. I would feel uncomfortable, and I would let my parents know, hey, this is what's going on. And then let them deal with it. And then try to keep your distance from the dad. If he's comfortable slipping you his number, he'll be comfortable contacting on Facebook. He'll be comfortable DMing. I mean, I would let your parents know, hey, I don't want anything to do with this, but this guy slipped me his number, and I feel uncomfortable. What, hottest outfit a girl can wear when you're just getting to know her? I like a white t-shirt and jeans. I'm into that. But, I mean, I think also whatever you're most comfortable in kind of comes off well. Like, I know I walk better when my underwear fits great. When my underwear is too tight, I'm having a bad day, and I look uglier, and I'm scrunched up, and I'm like, get away from me! So when you're comfortable, you look better. Guy cuddled me in bed but didn't fuck because he had sex with girl he would see soon. My move? To not date this person. Who was your sexual awakening as a child? First person to make you go, and then they put eyes emoji. Ooh. What is it? Oh, yeah, you're right. I would have said something different, but that is the first time I ever looked. What's the name of that movie? Wild Thing. Wild Things? Denise Richards, Nev Campbell. Ooh, that scene. That scene, Denise Richards, Nev Campbell. And that scene is so fucking hot. And I was like, Wild Things. It's a 1998 movie. So the years match up because 85 to 98, I'm 13. And that pool scene of them two just hit me right at the pubic region. My boyfriend wants to ditch our Boston lease and move home because we're office optional to save. Help. He wants to save money by moving home. That's a discussion with your boyfriend. Money, they say, is the root of like all these, of the root of most relationship problems. So I would say to you, this is your first time having like a real discussion about money that actually is, the walls are a bit padded. I think this is a great way to talk about money issues, and this could be a reason enough to end the relationship. Hey, I want to be a young person living in a city near bars and near restaurant life. He might say, I want to be at home saving money. Maybe this is where you guys take a trip from each other. Advice for slowing myself down in a new relationship. I don't know if I have advice. I think there's no use in slowing yourself down. I think the fun of a relationship, the fun of a new relationship is getting excited, being pumped for things. There's going to be someone that's going to match your speed. And if someone doesn't match your speed, it's not because you were too much or and think of all the things that would make you think you're too much. You want to go on dates. You want to move, you want to go for drinks. You want to go out. You want to get to know each other. You want to have sleepovers. You want to have breakfast. Think of the things that you're asking for, and they're pretty simple. If you're saying a month in you want to move in together, then that's a different story. But if you're asking, the idea of slowing down, a lot of people think very normal things are too fast when they're not. How do I tell a friend I want to hook up without making it weird if he isn't on the same page? Well, it's going to be weird. It's a friend. You have to let the friend know that your thoughts about them have changed. And you would love for them to be on the same page. If they're not, you have to be okay with saying, I'm going to back off a while. I need to get my head straight on what this is for me. I totally get that you're not on the same page as me. You don't want this to be romantic. But right now, I'm down that road, and I need to back it up. So you do it. You come out to them as, hey, I'd love for us to get together for drinks. I'm seeing you as more than a friend. I'm having these feelings. I don't know if you feel the same way. And you have to be okay with them saying no to it. The problem is if you're not into the friend and then they bring that to you, you go, well, maybe I should. Should I? It's not a decision where they go, fine. Most of the time it's not, finally, you said something. I've been waiting all my life. You'd like that to be their answer, but most likely it's them going, holy shit, I gotta fucking take a minute. And then it's them having to go over the same hump as you. Remember, the person on the other side is the same as you. So they have to go, well, do I want to ruin this friendship? If we do date, I have to be in a relationship right away. There's no casual when you date a friend. When you start dating a friend, you go from, you've done the casual. Now it's, friendship with sex is a relationship. How do I stop my boyfriend from chewing tobacco? You have to let him know that it bothers you. But you have to be okay with him being an adult and making decisions that aren't necessarily good for him. Listen, I drink alcohol. If my girlfriend said, hey, you drink too much, I would have to go, okay, I'm going to try my best. I'll take that into account. As long as I'm, am I ruining your life? Am I making your life hard? You have to be okay with, like, addictions. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying anything new. Addictions are very tough. If you think that, listen, you're chewing tobacco, it bothers me. I really don't like it. But you have to, can you at least try? I would ask for trying before I would say, cold turkey it now or I'm out of here. Can you make an attempt to keep this away from me so I don't have to taste it every time we kiss? And then also not take it personally because it's an addiction. It's hard to get over something. If my girlfriend looked at me and was like, I don't want you eating peanut butter pretzels with peanut butter in the middle, peanut butter pretzels, I would go, okay. And then every time I ate a peanut butter pretzel, if she was like, how could you betray me like this? I'd be like, listen, I fucking love this food. Give me a fucking minute. Do you judge, charcuterie or only judge? I judge. That's what we're here for. That's the name of the game. I judge everything. And I'm just saying about your charcuterie boards, what your friends at your parties can't. Because they got to see you. So that's the fun of the bit. It's stupid complaining about stupid things like charcuterie. And listen, go on my TikTok right now. You'll see people get angry. Should I start a long-distance fling? What's the best way? There's no such thing as a long-distance fling. There's a person I hook up with in another town, and then we're dating long distance. Long distance, like starting a long-distance fling, like, to me, it's distracting. To me, if you're looking for, you have to be okay with it being a fling. And a lot of times people use fling to get into relationships, and that just doesn't work to me. Why do some women date down, a.k.a. my older sister? Confidence. That's the answer to most of your relationship questions. Why does she like that person? Confidence. Both sides. The person they're dating, them, and sometimes it's finding someone to compliment your confidence. How to get a guy to act a little more manly? To me, that's a hard ask. You are what you is. If you're looking for a guy that's different than the one you're dating, then you need to stop dating that guy. You need to look in the mirror and say, am I staying with a guy who is quote-unquote less manly because he's a human body who will be with me because I'm too afraid to be single and find the right guy for me? So maybe it's your problem, not his. What's the deal with guys who still have feelings for their ex but hang out with you? Loneliness? Physical touch? I mean, there's a lot of people out there who are putting it out there while not, so that they don't have to deal with their own shit. So they're using other people to get through their own personal shit. This sounds like a scenario where that's going on, where he's saying, damn, I'm lonely. My ex won't take me back. Oh, look at this chick on Bumble. How to know when to talk things out or end it? I think you have to look at, am I unfulfilled? Could I be happier? What are the things I need to be happy? You give those people a chance to do those things, and if they disappoint you, you got to move on. That's it. Quick hit questions. Boom. Oh, subscribe to the YouTube page. Come on. Get involved. Let's do it.